Hi, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your open online experience. My name is Chris. I'm going to be taking you through the call tonight. It's going to be no more than 30 minutes of your time. And just to give you a bit of background on myself, I've been a very happy Herbalife member for over 5 years now, which is crazy to think, because it feels like it's been 5 minutes, but it's been an amazing journey. I'm going to share my story with you a little bit further into the call, but just to get into the nitty-gritty of what you can expect tonight. So I do appreciate some people on the call tonight are happy customers already. Maybe you've had a bit of a review with your coach and you're looking at your options, but we are going to be touching a little bit on the company's success, the credibility and the world-class products, because you might hear some stuff that you've not heard before. Then we're going to be talking about some really, really amazing results, and that might plant seeds for maybe friends, family, some of your work colleagues their stories you might be able to relate and share with them. And then we're going to be looking at your rewards and options. If you're brand new to Herbalife Nutrition, you've been invited on and you've not tried the products yet, don't worry, it all will make sense, but all of this will be wrapped up within 30 minutes time. So just to give you a little bit of an overview on myself, obviously I'm a member, but I'm a very, very happy customer, and that's how it all started for me. I used to waste a lot of money on meal deals and convenience foods. I did used to try and out-train a poor diet. There's obviously a funny picture with me there, holding a pint of alcohol, finishing a half marathon. But I used to train a lot, and I still do train a lot. The only thing that's changed is my nutrition, my habits, and the people I surround myself with. Always exhausted. And I was the guy, where it says at the bottom there, buying cheap supplements. I was the guy who used to spend maybe £2.50 on 5 kilos of protein from Amazon and wonder why the only result I was getting was a stomach ache. But fast forward 5 years, I absolutely love all the products. I use the whole range. I've used them every single day since the day they were introduced to me. And I'm the fittest, strongest, healthiest I've ever been. So I'm very, very grateful for the products. Now, why Herbalife Nutrition? There's lots of nutrition brands out there, so why us? Well, the fact of the matter is we're a huge organization. Not a lot of people know that because we don't advertise on TV. It's a word of mouth business, but we've got a really long history of success. As you can see there, 40 years of success. Over 95 countries trust us to be in their countries and helping their customers, which translates into around $9 billion of revenue, which is a crazy number. But that just means that there's lots and lots of happy customers all around the world using the products on a consistent monthly basis because of, as you can see, they're leader in science, research, and innovation. As we lead into the science section, it just gives you a little bit of reassurance that, yes, we're happy members, and yes, we're very enthusiastic customers, but all of this stuff is completely backed by a team of over 300 scientists, doctors, nutritionists, who are guided by research, driven by quality, with absolutely zero compromise, delivering excellence on every single level. It's a very, very high quality product, a very, very high quality brand, and as such, you can expect the results to be in line with that. Traceability, seed to feed. So this just demonstrates that, obviously the farmers cultivating the soil to ensure quality, guaranteed throughout, from the product, the second the seed is planted in the ground to the second the product is put on your shelf, you know that it's gone through a range of quality insurance tests to make sure that it is, again, the best of the best. And because it's the best of the best, a lot of professional athletes, sports stars, they want to partner with us. So 150 athletes and teams, over 40 different types of sports, 5 national Olympic committees, and the guy on the right-hand side there needs absolutely no introduction, working very closely with Cristiano Ronaldo himself to develop some of the 24 range, which I'll talk you through in just a second. So the challenges in society, and where does Herbalife fit into that? Well, there are a lot of wrong choices, and it says wrong choices, but I want to be clear on this slide that we're not trying to demonize food in any which way, shape or form, but a lot of people choose this stuff, and we're all guilty of it, myself included, but we choose this stuff because it's convenient, it tastes good, and we live in a kind of microwave society where people want it and they want it now, and that's the kind of way that society is moving. But obviously it goes without saying, this stuff is very poor in nutrition, it's got lots of calories, and it can contribute to some quite nasty complications if that forms a consistent habit in your diet. But luckily, we've got a great solution to be able to move people away from that. It still tastes great. It's still really convenient, which is what people are looking for. The only difference is, obviously, it's really, really healthy, and it can help to support a healthy, active lifestyle. The multi-award-winning products are obviously, as I said, I'm a very enthusiastic customer. I love the company and the products. But taking my word for it, or taking the word of independent awarding bodies such as Men's Fitness, Women's Fitness, what have we got on there? Nourishment Awards, Bambi Awards. We've got awards left, right, and centre from 2018 all the way through to 2020. We've won an astonishing amount. And who are they for? Absolutely everyone. Sometimes we do get pigeonholed a little bit as a weight loss company, which is absolutely fine. We can definitely help people lose weight. If you've dialed into the Zoom tonight and that is your goal, we can definitely help with that. But it's so much more than that. We're a complete nutrition brand. Regardless of your goals, we can absolutely help. Obviously, we can help people with weight loss and shape change. That kind of goes without saying. Health and wellness, vitality, immune support, digestive support is a big market for us. And then, of course, we've got our fit and active, and people like personal trainers, or people who are into endurance sport, or they simply just enjoy going for a walk and are looking for some good solutions to fit around that. We can support with all of these different types of goals and backgrounds. In terms of starting the day the right way, this is what we're most famous for. Roughly 95% of the populations either skip breakfast or have some sort of high carbohydrate based breakfast. So a lot of people gravitate to us for, as you can see, they're a really healthy smoothie, which is great for nutrition, high protein, vitamins, minerals, all the rest of it. And you've got our flagship tea in the middle there, which I would definitely say is one of my favorite products. I'm guilty of over consuming that from time to time. That's great for energy, it's great for metabolism. And then our aloe on the right-hand side, which is great for hydration, it's great for digestion. That's what most people gravitate to us for, and that is a great way to start your day. But we do have so much more than that. If you're a happy customer already and you've maybe gone on a bit of a review with your coach and you've landed on this call, feel free to ask your coach some questions about the other bits and pieces that we've got, because honestly, you will be pleasantly surprised. Vegan friendly bits and pieces, smart snacking, gut health. You can see the bullet points there. I won't read them all out, but every single individual product, as I said before, very high quality, tastes incredible, and it will without doubt be the leader in its field. We've got the 24 range, as I touched on a little bit earlier, with Cristiano Ronaldo and the CR7 drive in the middle there. This is called the 24/7 range, if you've not heard of it before, because it's designed for the 24-hour athlete. And what that means is pre-workout, during workout, post-workout, when you wake up, when you go to sleep. We've got products designed to fit around an athlete. And the word athlete might sound a little bit intimidating. You don't need to be an athlete or be in the gym 5-6 times a week to use and enjoy these products and get the benefits from them. If you like going for a brisk walk, there'll be something in there that can support your recovery or your energy as well. On the Informed Sports website, so if you are a professional athlete or you're in the military, you're absolutely safe to use these products. And as I said before, with the other bits and pieces, very, very high quality, and they all taste fantastic. We are more than just a product, so we don't just retail the products to people. We're more like independent consultants or coaches working with customers on a one-to-one basis to help them get the results that they need. So there's a fantastic community that surrounds the product. Obviously, you get one-to-one support from your coach as well, mentoring, the results go without saying, the workouts, the meal plans. We've got online support, face-to-face support, and no doubt, again, if you're a happy customer on this call, no doubt you've probably been exposed to some of that already and hopefully are enjoying it. If you've not been exposed to it before, feel free to reach out to your coach, because they will definitely have something for you to plug into. Now, in terms of stories, that's enough for me. It gives me a little bit of a break whilst you hear some stories that are far more interesting than mine. And the first one, I'm really, really proud to welcome up Sarah Birch.
Hi, Chris. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Like Chris, I'm just a really very happy customer, Herbalife customer. Before I found Herbalife, I didn't really have a great deal of nutrition knowledge, or probably thought I did, but didn't really. I was a serial yo-yo dieter and just lived my life looking at the packets of things and counting calories and eating low-fat food, and that really wasn't very good food. But now, since I've found Herbalife, like, I know how to fuel my body. I'm packed with really good nutrition every single day, which has made a huge amount of difference to my energy. I had previously had no energy or motivation whatsoever, and now I just feel really good all the time. And I like to be active now, which is something I really struggled with. And I don't always have the motivation to exercise, but I just feel now it's like something that I just plug into as part of my daily routine, along with my products, to just keep me healthy, happy and sane and fit. And before the products, I just had such low mood, historically have had low mood and zero self-esteem. And I think that was one of the things I just never expected to change in my life. But just finding a sort of community of support around me, and everything that came with the products was something I wasn't expected, and that's sort of changed my mindset. I think also just the whole fact of filling myself with good nutrition is obviously, you know, feeding my gut and feeding my brain at the same time, so that's just made a massive difference. So yeah, I'll be forever grateful for finding Herbalife, and to my coach as well, who's just given me the utmost of like one-to-one support always. And I'd say like my favorite, I use a lot of products now, but my favorite products are just the shake tea aloe, just non-negotiable every day.
Love that, Sarah. Absolutely. I have to try not to smile when I'm hearing you tell that story, because it's amazing seeing where you've come from, where you are now, and I'm looking forward to seeing your journey flourish over the next few years and beyond. So thank you very much for sharing that, Sarah. And obviously a female testimonial there, but we do have a testimonial for the men as well. Really, really proud to welcome up Mr. Sam Wright.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, thanks for having me on, mate. It just makes me laugh when I look at that photo. I can't recognise the man. That's the 2nd of Jan 2019. It's a date firmly in my memory, 5 years ago now. And I was just so bad. I was in a bad place. I didn't realise I was in a bad place, but I definitely know I was in a bad place now, because stressful job, terrible food choices, you know, just constantly eating rubbish. I thought everybody felt terrible every day. I just thought that's how we went through life. You just got up. It felt a bit of a drag. You know, took a bit of convincing to get on the product, and I don't really even know why it took me so long. But once I got started, I just couldn't believe how good I was feeling in such a short space of time. You know, they taste amazing, they make you feel amazing, and in the space of a very short time, started making some serious shape changes. But for me, the biggest thing in the 5 years is mindset. You know, when you start feeling good, and Sarah touched on it, around good people in a positive environment. You know, my mindset is so different to what it was 5 years ago. I'm such a more positive person. I came out of a job that I was in for 31 years, which I probably wouldn't have made that decision if I hadn't have made the change that I did with the products. You know, my metabolic age is 39. I'm 54. I love training. I play football regularly. You know, I definitely wouldn't have been doing that if I'd carried on the path I was going down now. So again, I'll be, you know, grateful to Chris for getting me involved. And favourite product wise, it's a tough one for me, because I think Chris knows I've got an obsession with oat apple fibre, but it's got to be the Rebuild Strength. Oosh.
Love that, Sam. Thank you so much for sharing. And honestly, just obviously a great testimonial, male and female, but really, I know it sounds a little bit cliche, but genuinely life-changing stuff. It just goes to show the sustainability as well. You know, we're not looking at sort of 1 month, 2 month results. These are real long-term results. So thank you very much, Sarah. Thank you very much, Sam. I told you their stories would be a lot better than mine, and I made sure I delivered on that. This part of the call, guys, we're going to be talking about rewards and options. And I will quickly caveat that to say, regardless of what you dialed in for tonight, just stay tuned. It's only going to be about another 10 minutes, especially if you're already a customer with us, because you can start to look at extra discounts and we can show you how to unlock that as well. So if you're already enjoying the products, most people want to get something they enjoy for the cheapest price possible. We can definitely help you do that. Really, really simple. The next step up, some people might watch this or listen to the second half of this presentation and decide that they might like to supplement their income alongside their existing commitments. We've got a really good testimonial of someone who's done exactly that. Or you might be looking for a full-time income where you can have 2 incomes, or you might be looking for a career change, if I've explained that clear enough. So there's a few options there, and I want you to hold them at the front of your mind as we move through the next few slides. Why is there an opportunity? Well, we're in massive demand. The obesity epidemic, nutrition-related illness, job insecurity, we're perfectly positioned to be able to help people. The company's absolutely exploding. It's been exploding for the last 40 years. It will continue to explode for the next 40 years. And the products, I know I'm talking to a lot of customers on this call who are looking to look at the options, but if you're not a customer, you've got a very pleasant surprise ahead of you, because they are world-class. They're very, very good. So really big problem, really fantastic solution. And then it's just our job to slot in the middle and connect the dots, essentially. So what we do, we keep things really simple because we want this to be accessible to everyone. So all we do is we use the products, get really good results, and inspire people. Yeah, that's literally all we do. We invite them to experience the benefits on offer, show them how to make their breakfast, invite them onto webinars such as this, and attend trainings to develop your skills. Really simple. And the funny thing is, without realizing it, I say we because it is everyone, we're already recommending products and services that we love all the time. And that's all that Herbalife is. If you're just genuinely recommending something that you enjoy, people will buy into your experience. So what I mean by that is if you see a fantastic film and you come out of the cinema with real good enthusiasm about what you've just experienced, no doubt all of your friends and family will book it up tomorrow. And that's the same way Herbalife works. You share your journey with authenticity and passion, and no doubt everyone's going to want to jump on board. The support you're going to get, regardless of discount, part-time or full-time, you're going to get a lot of support. And whether it's the support from your direct coach, or if they're quite new, they will also have a coach as well. So you're going to get one-to-one support, but also you're going to get support online, i.e. through these calls, but also offline. We have a lot of face-to-face versions of these meetings as well, all up and down the UK that you can plug into. And you've got Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram groups, you name it, there is plenty of support. It's not going to be a jigsaw piece that you need to worry about filling. Rewards, personal, physical, mental well-being. The reason that is at the top of this slide is because it is the most important one. You really want to focus on yourself first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Yeah, so you're on this presentation, you've got a great result, so you're already on the right track. You just want to lead by example, be the best version of yourself that you can be, and then you're going to start to inspire your circle of influence. Yeah, they're the people that you might want to practice on if you're starting something new, because they might be a little bit more tolerable to you learning this new process. Yeah, and then you're going to start to develop business mentoring. Self-development was something I'd never heard of before Herbalife Nutrition, and it's revolutionary in terms of mindset. We'll guide you through that. Time freedom is obviously optional. The company don't put a limit on how many customers or members you're allowed to support. So if you want to build the business to the larger incomes, you're absolutely welcome, and that obviously brings options for you to have a little bit more time freedom and an additional income. I always say that in all honesty, it doesn't matter if you're the most successful person on the planet, an additional income is still an additional income. So the discount levels, every single member will start at a 25% discount. If that's just for personal consumption, you might want to help a few friends and family, that's absolutely great. But really, really simply, the company put what's called reward points in place. So through you purchasing your own products, enjoying your own products, maybe recommending them to a few family and friends, you're going to start to increase up to a maximum of 50%, which is obviously, we make a joke and it never gets boring, but it's true. The products taste a lot better at half price. So that is option one, increasing your discount through personal consumption, a handful of referrals, collecting points, moving your way up that discount ladder. Really, really simple to do. The next step, if we're looking at maybe part-time incomes, once you've got to 50%, which is the maximum discount that you can attain as a member, if you're looking for a part-time income, we'll show you some skills and some pathways on how you can very simply help around 10 customers on a plan. And the reason we say 10 customers, a part-time income, you don't want it to be too overwhelming, especially if it's alongside some existing commitments. Roughly 50%, 10 customers, the company are going to reward you with around £500 worth of income for that in terms of retail profit. So it's a very, very lucrative opportunity from a supplementary point of view. Commissions, you also get paid in commissions when you start to introduce members, whether they're interested in discount, part-time or full-time income, that's their choice. We can help them achieve whatever they want to achieve, but the company will commission you for helping those people achieve their goals. The next income stream, as we start to move through the career ladder, is what we like to call royalties. So we've got retail profits, commissions, and royalties can start to lead towards more full-time incomes. So new member to world team, you're looking at discount and part-time. A global expansion team up to president's team is more full-time income. But all I would say from this slide, sometimes the names can get a little bit confusing. All I would say is pick an income that you think suits your commitments. Have a conversation with your coach offline, and they'll show you a really simple plan on how you can achieve that. We've helped people from all different backgrounds, all different shapes and sizes. The company doesn't discriminate in any which way, shape or form. The demand is the same. The products are the same. The only variable, in all honesty, is work, commitment, skill, dedication to building whatever it is you want to build. But lift engineers, beauty therapists, lorry drivers, personal trainers, account managers, retail managers, male, female, old, young, doesn't discriminate in any which way, shape or form. And the reason we show that is because we don't want to give across the impression you need to be from the fitness industry or a wellness professional in any which way, shape or form. Just an enthusiastic customer with a passion for helping people, you'll be absolutely fine. Okay, so a couple of quick stories before we wrap up. The first one we've got is a part-time income story. And then the second one is myself. I'll share a very quick full-time income story with you. But the first one, really, really pleased to welcome up Sandy Poyser.
Hiya, good evening. Yeah, like Sam, I still can't believe that the woman on the left is me, to be honest. Back then, just a little bit, I was 16 stone. On the left, on the right, I am 9 stone, and I average between 9 stone to 9.5 stone now, making healthier choices thanks to meeting Chris as my mentor and my coach. So I had massive challenges around my relationship with food. When I met Chris, he told me I needed, well, not needed, but likely would need to eat 6 times a day. And I was mortified. It scared me. But now, thanks to Herbalife, I have a much better relationship with food. And now I'm, rather than being focused on my weight and the way that I look, I'm more focused on what I'm putting into my body. But it isn't just about that with Herbalife. Being part of Herbalife, I have met some amazing people along the way, gone to some amazing events. I've made friends for life. Not just that, I've made family. Chris being at the forefront of that, and his wife Taylor, they are an amazing duo. And we was in Poland together in September, and it was just amazing. The company is amazing, and it offers you the opportunity to move forward. And actually going on to that, next week we'll be opening up my own nutrition hub up here in Leicestershire. And yeah, I can't wait to just change people's lives the way that Herbalife has changed mine. So thank you, Chris, for coming into my life, I suppose.
Wow, what a story. And guys, just to give Sandy a little bit of credit there, she's a very, excuse me, a very, very busy mum, very successful entrepreneur outside of Herbalife Nutrition. The reason I wanted to point that out is this just fits perfectly alongside existing commitments from a part-time point of view. Great result, 50% discount on our product. She's set up an infrastructure, very simple to help a handful of customers, and obviously the company are gonna pay her rewards as a thank you for helping those people. In terms of a full-time income testimonial, if option C was something that you're interested in, I'll very briefly touch on my story. My story was, I used to be in the health and fitness industry managing some quite large facilities, and I say that with a caveat. As I said earlier, you don't need a health and fitness background to be in any which way, shape or form successful in Herbalife Nutrition. Excuse me. But managing those facilities was incredibly stressful. And when I was using the products, enjoying the results, I went along to my first meeting, and it was the word time freedom on that slide a few slides ago. That was the word that really interested me, because I just thought I could really do with some extra time. I was working probably 16 to 18 hours a day, really, really stressed, sitting in traffic. And then my way of coping with that was to maybe consume too much alcohol throughout the week to try and escape my problems, eating too much. And my lifestyle was very, very unsustainable. So if you can relate to that, or you know anyone else who can, feel free to share that story with them, because what Herbalife Nutrition has done for me you've heard my product story, but from a business point of view and from a time freedom point of view, as Sandy said, traveling the world, travel is so important. The way the company treat you in terms of the red carpet treatment, we get rewarded with holidays for our hard work as well. So traveling the world with other healthy, ambitious, entrepreneurial, like-minded people, it's incredible. The income is obviously fantastic. That's a reflection of how many lives you're touching on a monthly basis. But income aside, the options that it gives you, the self-development, talking on stage, and recently just bought and revamped my house. So don't get me wrong, life still has some challenges. Life isn't perfect. I don't think it ever will be. I don't ever think that is the goal. But where Herbalife has taken me to where it is now, from a full-time income testimonial perspective, very, very grateful. And I hope you can relate to that in some way, shape, or form. So thank you very much. In terms of options, your options for tonight. Now, this is what I asked you to hold this in the forefront of your brain so that you could go away and make an informed decision on how you think's best to move forward. Number one, if you go back to your coach and say you want to remain a customer, that is absolutely brilliant. And we will champion you on your journey, no problem whatsoever. You might want to increase your discount by becoming a member, making some referrals and moving up to 50%. Part-time income is exactly as it sounds, working alongside existing commitments, or you might want to look at building something a bit more long-term, leaving a legacy for future generations, all of that kind of stuff. So take a picture of this, take a screenshot of it if you want, go back to the coach who invited you on the call and let them know A, B, C, or D, what you like the sound of most. And that's all from me, guys. I hope I've been on time, just checking my clock. Absolutely have been 2 minutes early. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.